Jim Campbell is a believer. At Norwest and Wells Fargo, he believed his employees were his greatest asset, and customer service was a top priority. Jim has always believed in giving back to the community. Jim Campbell was born in 1942 in Byron, Minnesota. His first business venture was a paper delivery boy. He loved to sign up subscribers, but his mother had to push him to collect those subscription fees.
He grew up in a very, very small town, and I think that his father was a huge role model for him, being involved not only in the bank but in the community. I think that he was a superintendent of schools there for a while. But in any event, I think Jim and his brother John were brought up, with those kind of values that you give back to the community. That's important.
I think that had a significant imprint on Jim's character and what Jim is all about today, because Jim has been able to match greatness in leading a large company with the intimacy of being personal and reaching out to the community in ways that is heartfelt. And I suspect the roots of that are actually in his upbringing in a very small community. You don't find many leaders who have the character and the value orientation that Jim Campbell does. He's a very special person in that respect.
He's the original golden gopher. I mean, he just cares deeply about the state and about the community, and he's a wonderful listener. He's got a lot of great characteristics and lots of great values, but I think one of the most important is that he is really a good listener. He asks good questions, and he cares about your answer. Some people look all over the room, not Campbell, and I think that's really one of the great secrets of his success, not only in the community, but in his business career.
If I were to look around the community and look at my career of who I would say is an excellent role model, and in balancing that obligation to company with obligation to community, I couldn't find a better person than Jim Campbell. The junior achievement acknowledgement, I think, is an appropriate one, that you couldn't find a better community leader in the upper Midwest who really lives the values of being a successful leader.
Jim is very competitive. He does not like to lose. Campbell is one of the worst golfers I know. He's got the shortest backswing in the world. And maybe now he's supposedly retired, he can lengthen his backswing, I don't know. But again, he's a real competitor. In a knife fight, I want Jim Campbell on my side of the line. I don't want to bet against him, even with his funny backswing.
He has unrelenting energy, and he has very strong orientation toward community. Certainly a very social person, not very funny, but very social.
He just has a marvelous outlook on life. It's never dull. I think one of the greatest campaigns that the United Way ever had in Minneapolis was when Jim was the chairman of that general campaign, and they had he did a videotape of this driving around the city in a Jeep and mouthing a song.
The United Way, we love it!
I mean, it brought the house down. He just is a fun guy to be around. The ultimate showman. That's my story, and I'm going to stick with it.
Well, I probably should set the record straight that Jim actually does have a sense of humor. He actually shared a joke with me one time, but it wasn't very funny.
JA is proud to induct Jim Campbell as a 2005 laureate in the Junior Achievement of the Upper Midwest Business Hall of Fame.